guys, we're going to take a look at the listening section for the TOEFL part, and we're going to go straight into the conversation type. As you guys all probably know, there are conversation types and also lecture types, and a more casual colloquial version would be conversation type between like two students, or it could be a student and an employee, usually happening on the university campus. Okay, so let's go straight into this and take a listen into the whole conversation as well.
Listen to a conversation between a university employee and a student.
Hi, is this the reservation desk?
Yes. Which room would you like to reserve?
Right, so the first keyword that we see in this case would be reservation desk and also reserve. What it means to reserve is to sort of put a reservation is to get an appointment for a room. It could be for a restaurant. It could also be for an event. Whatever it is, it means that you book your seat or your space for a certain event. So, is this the reservation desk? Yes. Which room would you like to reserve? We get a sense that the woman is trying to reserve a room. We don't know why yet, but we have to listen to that keyword and write down a memo of it. Okay, let's continue listening.
I've already reserved one online, room 105 in Michener Hall.
105 Michener Hall. Yep, it's reserved from 6 to 9 p.m. this evening. So you must be Karen Doherty?
Right, so we get another key information here. She has already reserved. So it's not that she's trying to make a new reservation. She's trying to check on a reservation. And the employee goes, okay, Michener Hall, yeah, it's already reserved. So you must be Karen. So we get her name. And one point that I want to tell you guys is the details like names aren't really important in TOEFL listening. Okay, so they're going to ask you questions about like the big ideas. They're not going to be like, is it Karen? Is it Jane? Is it John? Okay, so don't focus on the minor details. Let's continue listening.
Yes, that's me.
Would you like to change your reservation?
No, there's a problem with the AV system.
Really? What seems to be the problem?
Right, so there's an important part here. He asks, is your name Karen? Let me try to double check with you. And she says, yes. Okay, it's all good. It's confirmed. But this is a more important part. Would you like to change your reservation? So he asks her, what is the issue? Do you want to change it? And she says, no. So when she answers yes or no, and especially if it's a no, then you guys have to keep a note or a memo for sure to get the facts straight. Okay, she does not want to change her reservation. No, but she has a problem with the AV system. AV system. Okay, so let's see. He asks, okay, so what's the problem? And she will provide in detail what's the problem.
Well, the beam projector doesn't seem to be working.
That's a lecture hall that can seat 200 people. What are you planning to do there?
So in this part, she says the beam projector is not working. So there's something wrong technically, okay? So we know that it's a technical issue. And the man goes, that's a lecture hall that has 200 people. You can see 200 people. What are you planning to do there? So he's trying to get a little bit more information on what's the event for.
The Foreign Film Club is going to show a film called Yesterday's Children. We are expecting a larger audience than usual.
And what the woman does here is she provides detail for her event. Okay, the Foreign Film Club is going to show a film. We are expecting a larger audience than usual. So she mentioned the specific club name and she says, okay, what we're trying to do is we're going to use that room and beam projector to show people a film, a video file. Okay.
I see. So you really need the projector. Can you tell me exactly how it is malfunctioning?
I went to the room an hour ago to learn how to operate the system. The instructions are pretty easy to follow, but I couldn't get it to work. I turned it on and loaded the film from my memory card. The projector turned on, the indicator lights lit up, and the fan started running. But I couldn't get the unit to show the movie no matter what I did.
Did the machine project any light on the screen?
Yes, there just wasn't any image.
How about the audio? Could you hear the movie?
No sound at all.
Right, so in here we get a whole chunk of the detail of what's the problem. So he says, okay, so how is it exactly malfunctioning? Now that's a big word. Malfunctioning means mal is kind of like the opposite of. Okay, so function is something that shows the operation. So it's not working well. She says, I went to the room an hour ago. The instructions were easy, but I couldn't get it to work. I turned it on, loaded the film, the projector turned on, the indicator lit up, and the fan started running, but she couldn't get it to show the movie. So he asked her questions. Did you see lights? Yeah, but there's no image. What about the sound, the audio? Could you hear it? No, no at all. So what's happening right here is they're having a conversation trying to figure out what is the precise reason why it's not showing the film. Okay, so she can't hear anything and she sees the light on, but no image on screen. Okay, so you have to get the facts straight for TOEFL listening if you want to get the questions right. Okay, so we've listened to a certain chunk. What we're going to do now is go to the question parts and pluck out a few questions straight away and see what's the answer for those. Okay, so let's go into the first question, which is usually more general. They're asking you about like the main topic, what's the main issue at hand. What are the speakers mainly discussing? As I said, it's a topic and purpose question. A technical difficulty in the room the woman reserved. Okay, so we've got the facts straight. It was in a room, and yes, the woman reserved it, and yes, it was about a beam projector. So it's about a machine. It's about an issue with the machine operation. So this looks pretty good. Let's look at B. How to change the reservation date for lecture halls? Now, she's not trying to change anything about the reservation. Remember, that's a big error. So you cross that out straight away. It's not about date. C, the popularity. Popularity means when you have a lot of attention from people, that it's famous, it's popular for a reason, a lot of people are interested in it. Of newly built lecture halls in the university. Nope, she has a problem, issue. She cannot show the film, and that's the main point. So it's not about popularity. D, an event hosted by the Women's Club. Now, a lot of students are confused with A and D, but if you take a look at D, an event hosted by means it's held by. What D is doing differently from A is it's not specific. This is very general. It's saying just there's an event. There's a film showing event. Does not mention the problem or issue, which is the main point. So the best answer in this case would be not something that's general, but something that's specific about the problem. So the best answer would be A. Okay, and let's take a look at 2 as well. Why does the woman mention the foreign film club? I know that some of you guys might have missed this in your notes, but for those that have heard it and literally wrote down something about the club, why does she mention this? You would recall that the man asked her, what is this event for? You know, it can hold 200 people. What is it for? And she says, oh, it's for showing a film. Let's find that. A, to indicate that she has experience working with projectors? No, it's not about her being very, very experienced in using the machine. B, to explain why she needs a large room with a projector. Yes, the man asked her, why, what is this for? C, to complain about the size of the lecture hall? Nope, it can hold 200 people and she has no issue with the size. D, to show that she enjoys being a member of the club? Nope, she's not talking about her joy, she's talking about her issue. So the best answer in this case would be B. All right, so I just went over a chunk of the listening and also only 2 questions that are the first 2 to pop up in your actual test. But usually I'll be going over the entire question set with you guys and also the script as well. So stay tuned for more, and thank you.